Hey YouTube, I'm back again making a little video. A bunch of my tools are getting rusty and dirty, so I'm gonna show you guys how to clean. If you see these pliers here right now, how they got like all dirt and rust on them. Okay, so quickest way to clean your tools is this way. Okay, take a wire brush on a drill. And this will get in all the cracks. That'll get in. Oop, almost knocked my camera over. That'll get in all the cracks and crevices. Okay. Now there's some pliers now. Look at that. And you can see my name engraved in the pliers. It doesn't harm the metal. But now you can see this side. They look like brand new. Okay. Here's the other side. See all that dirt and grit? See all that dirt and grit on there? I don't know if it's showing up real good for the camera, but put it in my vise. Move the camera back a little bit. And wear safety glasses when you're doing that, because this is not a really hard, it's kind of a soft steel bristles. You could use brass, steel. I think this one is steel, stainless steel wire wheel. I know it's steel, but the hairs do fly off of this, so be careful. Don't hit your eyes. I see a little more rust right in there. Look at that. Now, if you look at the pliers, they look like brand spanking new. And now you can read everything on them. As you can see, the lettering, everything. And these are nice and clean now, as you can see. Now, if you look at this piece here, you can see how dirty that piece is, right? There you go. Look at that. Like brand new. Like brand new again. You could even clean this end piece here. The screw, if you're on your vice grips, if the screw gets rusty here, just get a fine wire wheel brush, put it on a drill, something like this. I got it at Home Depot for like, I don't even remember how much. Super cheap. But if you hit your screw here on your vice grips, it'll clean all the rust out too. But these are nice, classic, made in the USA, Craftsman ones. I've had these for about 15, 20 years or more. My made in the USA, Craftsman. And there's my name. You can see my name engraved in there. Lots of my tools got my name engraved. And I see a little bit of, that's a dent on there. I'm sure I could clean that up if I open the jaws. If I open the jaw, you could see here that little black mark. That was actually a dent, but as you see, it still looks a little bit dark, but it's clean. If you see it now, cleaned it right up. But yeah, that's a trick for you guys. Restore your tools and keep them looking good if they get a little bit of rust on them. Let me see if I can find another pair. I actually just did these Cobalt pliers too because they had a ton of rust on them from getting wet doing plumbing jobs. But these were all this metal, right, the shiny metal that you see, that was all rusted out. Both of these, I have the small pair and the big pair, and I hit them with that wire brush, cleaned them right up, got most of the rust off. Let's see if I have something really rusty. I'm gonna find something rusty. Here you go. Look at that. Here's a rusty. It's like a die, a punch. Okay, you see how rusty that is? Again. And this won't harm the metal. It's just gonna clean it right up. Watch this. And it's not even hot. Now, here's the other side that I barely hit. And here's the side I just hit with the, as you can see, look at how rusty it was. Now it looks like a brand new piece of metal. So I'll flip that around. Now, watch this. You can see it's rusty there. Wire brush action. And then what you do is just spray your stuff. Spray it with WD-40, rub it in, wipe it off. But as you can see how rusty that was before. Now you can see all the rust here. Watch this. And of course, the longer you do it, the shinier it'll get. But there you go. There you go. That rusty old thing. That rusty old punch. I don't know if that's got a name on it. I don't know. This is from like a machine shop. But as you can see, how bad that looked. Looks a lot better now. Probably going to get rusty again sitting in my toolbox, but I mean, you could do it with virtually anything. Here's a spade bit. Looking at it on camera, you could read it a little bit, 3/4. But you see how rusty that is. It'll work with any metal. And that drill bit was like, this drill bit was like, I don't know, 20 years old. 50, at least 15 years old. These are my old Irwin ones. But you can see, I mean, most of it came off. You can see it now, how shiny and clean it looks. I mean, you can still see some of the rust, but it's a lot cleaner than it was. It's like mirror reflection now. I mean, I'm sure if you rub it, you could probably spray it with WD-40. Even if you sprayed them down, your tools, spray them with WD-40 first and then hit them with the wire brush, or hit them with brake clean or something like that. Hit it with the wire brush, all that stuff will come right off. I actually have brake clean, but I don't want to splash it all over the place. So basically, that's a little trick. Look at my old Husky hammer. Okay, look at this hammer. I'm gonna do my hammer. Now this thing is definitely 15, way over 15 years old, this hammer. Well over 15 years old. As you can see already, look at it. Look what it's doing. It's cleaning it right up like brand new. On the spray foam. I'm gonna spray it with a little. All right, some brake cleaner. It's gonna do an even better job. So if you find old tools too, if you find old rusty tools and you wanna clean them up, look at the Husky hammer now. Here's the other side. That's kind of what it looked like, all rusty, beat up. So it went from that to that. And of course, there's still a little grit inside of here, but little brake cleaner. Look at, I even brought the Husky back up here. So see that? You can still see the laser etched Husky, and the top of the hammer came back. You couldn't even read that before. But yeah, that's basically, you can restore anything. And I'm in a basement, so I'm not going to spray too much of that brake cleaner because it stinks. It makes a lot of fumes. Probably wore this battery down. 1 bar. Had to charge that back up. But I just cleaned a whole bunch of tools with a Porter cable drill. Now, just take a rag. Really, you could just take a rag now and just wipe the dust and everything off. And there you go. I basically just restored my very old, I did basically just restored my Husky hammer almost to like new, brand new condition. Of course, you're not going to get rid of all the dings and dents and all that stuff, but it got most of the stuff out of that was caked up inside of here. But there it is. As you can see, all of this pitted metal because it does got a lot of pits in it. It cleans it right up. It'll clean it right up. Now, if I sprayed it with a bunch of brake cleaner and wiped it with a rag, it would come back even better, even more clean. But yeah, there you go. If you want to restore your old tools, you got old rusty tools, that's a way you can restore them. Quick and easy. I know a lot of guys get all this rust remover stuff and they do that. Eventually I'm going to hit this vise, and I'm going to repaint this vise with some type of paint. I want to clean this vise up later on. All the grooves in here. I mean, it'll make it look a lot better, but that's later on. But there's a little quick video how to restore old rusty tools. You could do it with pocket knives. I mean, of course, you got to be careful. If you get a softer, smaller, you know, they got all sizes of those wheels there that you could chuck into a drill. There's many different sizes. There's many different sizes of these. They have them, I'm pretty sure they have them for Dremels and stuff like that too. These wire wheels. I have a brass one here. But this brass one is kind of, as you can see, I still use it, believe it or not, even though it's friggin', I beat the crap out of this one. What I use this for, and why it looks like that, is because I made, if you watch my first videos where I was custom making some Fox beams, and I wanted to make them rustic looking, weathered looking, I actually used this brass wire wheel, and I ran it over the cedar wood I was working with to make it look, you know, to get the old weather looked on the grains of the wood. And this wire wheels work perfect for that. But I hope I helped a few of you guys. Hope you enjoyed the video there. A little quick video of how to restore some tools, your old rusty tools. If you find, listen, you can pick up rusty hammers. You can pull rusty hammers out of a river, and same technique. Wire brush them, and I wouldn't suggest spray that stuff outside if you're gonna use brake cleaner on it and parts cleaner. Spray it outside, wipe it down, wire brush it again. You know, spray it, wipe it down, wire brush it again until you get the look you want, till you restore your tools to how you want them to look. But yeah, that's a little tip. Thanks for watching. Thought I'd give you guys a quick 20-minute video. I've been working like crazy, so I haven't really, well, you guys seen the new tools I bought. The last thing I unboxed and bought was the Milwaukee, let me take my phone out of here. Was the Milwaukee, that little guy. This one right here that I got from, I'm waiting for my friend to get another pallet full of tools. He just ordered another pallet full of tools. I gotta clean my camera, hold on. But, okay, that's a little better. But when he gets his other pallet full of tools, I'm gonna pick up the, what do you call it? The fuel, the Milwaukee fuel. I'm trying to get the long ratchet. The one that's like this, tall. It's got the big long neck on it. So I want to get that fuel ratchet and the regular fuel ratchet. Those are the next couple of tools I'm going to get by Milwaukee. And you see that organized. Oh, I put a drawer liner in my toolbox because all my tools were sliding all over the place. So I don't know if you could see that on camera. Yeah, you could see that. Put some liner up here on this. And I ran out, so I got to get another roll. Put some liner in this drawer. As you can see, now all my stuff don't slide all back and forth in the drawers. It was driving me crazy. And I got some wrenches here. Line these drawers too. The only drawer, and I forgot all about this drawer, but this stuff is pretty big in here. As you can see, the only thing that moves around there are these little wrenches. All this stuff. These got rubber handles. These got rubber handles. This got rubber handles. Then this is my case to my Milwaukee ratchet. So that's my Husky tool cart. I said in one of my videos before I was gonna get. And I'm not waiting for, well, actually I am waiting. I'm waiting for the, like I said, the two ratchets. So I'm going to get one day and one, it doesn't matter which one I get. And hopefully I could get a couple, because I do want to get a couple of the 2.0 and 3.0 batteries, because this one's just a 1.5, if you could see. So I want the compact 3s, and I want the two little compact 2.0 batteries, which I'm going to try to get a set of one or two with the long neck fuel ratchet, and I'm going to try to get a set of each batteries with the tool from my buddy. I should be able to get them pretty cheap. I'll probably get the ratchets and batteries for like $100 a piece. I got this for $100. This with the two. With this CP, the XC 3.0 battery, and this XC. I got the other one on my ratchet because it's a little bit better for that ratchet. But yep. So I'm gonna wait, and I'll get my other ratchets. And there's I unboxed that. I got that. Actually, I got that a long time ago. I got that before I got this tool cart, believe it or not. And I ordered that 2 weeks after I ordered this tool cart. This tool cart took the longest time to get shipped to Home Depot. It was a pain in the ass. I was waiting for like a month and 2 weeks for this tool cart, and it finally came in. Then I bought this a couple, I don't know, maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago now. And that I probably bought, about a week and a half ago, maybe 2 weeks. I think this I got like 3 weeks ago. Almost a month. Yeah. Almost a month now. Close to a month I had that. And I've used the crap out of this ratchet. If you could see already, there's some trying to keep it as neat as possible. But it's getting some wear and tear on it. It's getting a little bit of, you see some nicks and dings on there. So I used that 2 days in a row with just this. That's before I got the stubby too. I couldn't use a stubby on what I was doing anyway, but that ratchet worked perfect because I put 2 gazebos together, and they're like teak wood gazebos with steel roof. And tons, thousands of bolts. Here's some of the bolts left over. What was good about them was they gave you tons of extra nuts. All these black ones in here were extra ones, but there were literally thousands and thousands of freaking nuts and bolts to put these gazebos together. And probably about 100 plus pieces, including the poles, the roofing pieces. It's a metal roof, but they all overlap each other, and they were all pieces they were pretty big. They were 8x8 gazebos, and I built them side by side next to each other for somebody that I work for. So they got a nice 16 foot of gazebo in their backyard where their pool is now. That was a job I did a couple weeks ago. Maybe about a week and a half ago. I don't even know. A couple weeks ago. And here's my old classic that I finally just put batteries in. But this is a cheap Rayovac flashlight. I got this. They don't even sell it at Home Depot no more. It's a magnet though, as you can see. It's a magnet in it. It got, if you could hear it clicking, it locks into different positions. So when you're working on your car or whatever, you could just make it magnet and click it. As you can see, I could keep it. I keep it there for just so I can see my toolbox. That's what I keep it there for. In case I get stuck working on a car at night, I'll just put this on my box right here. Look at that. I'll put that on my box right there. Turn it on at nighttime, and my whole toolbox is lit up. I got tons of freaking. Here's another one though. I got the Defiant one too. Cheap Home Depot. I like this one though. Harbor Freight sells one just like this. I think this one is better than Harbor. Oh, it's gone. I gotta charge them batteries. That one's. I use this one all the time. It's going. I wonder if I left it on. But it's 3 flashlights. It's 3 lights. It's got that light. Low one. It's got that light. And then it's got a light up the top, on the top too. But it's pretty decent little flashlight. Alright, I'm definitely going to end my video now before it goes into